Hey there, it's Joycelyn Wells, and this morning I'm going to spend some time with Lasundra Sunshine Johnson, and it's Saturday, so happy to be here. Remember, we use the mySHAPE Solutions Spotlight to highlight authors and small business owners, just to kind of get a presence. Today we're going to speak with Lasundra about her business and how she got to the idea of starting a business and how it's going for her. Because we know that business owner, that task is daunting. It's always something, right? Always something. So we're going to talk to her about that. So we're waiting for her to get set up. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. And you can also download the Joy Exposed podcast on any of the places you can find your great podcast. So we're going to get started with Lasundra. She's about ready.
Yes.
You are? Okay. Turn your camera on. Let's say hi.
Hello. Good.
Good. I was so panicked. I was like, oh my God. And then I thought, oh, hey, she'd go to her own beat. So I just kind of chilled out and just made myself like so obnoxious sometimes about timing. So
oh, it's okay. You know I am with that time.
That's what I said. I know you just kind of do your own thing. You kind of Lauryn Hill on us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. I love that about you. It makes you actually, before we even get started, I'm going to say this. 2 things about you just make me calm the fuck down. Your voice, for one, is so calm. You're always so mellow. And the other thing is, like, you just seem to do what you want to do. You just,
of course,
no pressure. You just, and I love that about you. So everyone, this is Lasundra Sunshine Johnson. I always want to call her Mizelle. I'll let her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about who she is.
Hello, everyone. Well, as Joycelyn said, I'm Lasundra. Well, really, my middle name is Shanae. I'll explain how I got Sunshine.
Okay.
But I just recently got married, so now my name is Johnson, and I'm still saying Mizelle sometimes. I'm a mom of 2. My oldest is 20, and my baby girl, she's 16, almost 17. I'm from a small town in Georgia. Everybody knows everybody. No red lights, no grocery stores, 1 gas station.
That is
yeah. I come from a big family. My grandparents had 14 kids, 7 girls, 7 boys. My mom is number 12. And I'm her only child. So everybody's close knit. We've always, the boys still live in the country, and my mom and 1 other sister lives in the country. The rest of the siblings live in the Atlanta metro area.
Came to the city, to get out of here.
Yeah.
So that's one thing about you that I want to talk about up front is that your family is so important to you. Like, I don't know. I'm 51, and I don't think I've ever met another person that carves out time specifically for their cousins. Like, you guys do cousins weekends and trips and dinners. I have never had that, and I love when you talked about it the first time. I was like, wow, that's fun, because like literally I can go years and be a cousin. So
and that came from one of my mom's older sisters. She passed away from breast cancer, and her only wish for us was to never not stop being family. Don't, even if we had disagreements, she said, work it out, make it work with all family. She said, we had probably a few months before she passed. This was like 98. She was like, I want y'all to never break apart. That was her dying wish. Like, I just want y'all to be family. And we had a picnic for her that day. She said, what we're doing right here, please continue this even after I'm gone. She said, that's my only wish.
Wow.
So we kept it going. Even as younger, I remember we were all gathered at my grandma's house, and it was like it felt like a every weekend thing, but it wasn't. But I saw family all of the time.
That's so good. I'm telling you, I've never, and my family's small, so it's just me and my sister. My aunt had 1 child, so we got a small family anyway. But I still can't tell you the last time I saw my cousin. It was probably 10 years.
And
Well,
the only thing that has slowed us down is COVID. I think
yeah.
we was able to do a cousin thing once, and that was 4th of July last year. But
Mhm.
other than that, we haven't really gathered like we usually gather, which is the cousin weekend. Is sometimes it's spontaneous, and other times it's planned. So we came up with the idea of at least doing something one weekend out of each month. But it's usually sometimes we may get together twice a month, 4 times a month. But like I said, with COVID, it slowed it down.
And it's, I mean, so your cousins are your friends. They're your
Yeah.
friends. They're your sisters, your brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how it's supposed to be. It's almost like a novel idea to me talking about it. I hate that I'm sounding so crazy, but like seriously, like I think that's so good. And it probably, because these are your cousins and because there's family and the connection, it probably cuts down on that yucky yuck that happens
Yeah.
between those kind of sporadic or organic friendships. It's just
Yeah.
there's already a underlying respect there.
Yeah, because even though I love my friends that I do have, they're not the first ones I call when I want to hang out. It's my cousins. I
Yeah.
call them if they already have something planned. Then it's everybody else comes after that.
Trickle down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. And I love that. I'm like, I haven't seen my cousin in like 4 years. We went to dinner, like, and we haven't talked since then for sure. Like, but anyway, okay, so let's talk about you have a business. What's your business?
Yes. My business is Swanky Press On Nails.
Right. Okay. Swanky Press On Nails. And
Yep.
so how did you start with Swanky Press On Nails? What is that about?
Well, actually, I've been in business a year now. COVID made me start it. I log on every social media that I have, and I saw women saying they couldn't go to the nail salon. A lot of people are used to that's their thing.
Right.
They take out a whole weekend and do me time, pamper themselves. And I saw a lot of women, not complaining, just stating that they had lost that enjoyment that they like to do. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, let me come up with something. I like doing a little something here and there, and I love DIY. So
Yeah.
I was practicing. I think I practiced for maybe 2 weeks before I said something about it.
Well, wait a minute. So a year ago when we were doing our COVID calls and you were filing the nails, you were just starting then?
Yep. I was just starting.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I was
happy anniversary.
Just started. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what exactly do you offer with your Swanky Press On Nails?
Well, when I started ordering these nails, I found out they was vegan. So I was like, everybody is into the vegan thing now. It's more popular. It's always been around, but it's more popular now. And I was like, okay, cool. I can, put my information out like it's vegan, and which they are. The nails are vegan, the polish is vegan, non-toxic. So I was like, cool, let me market it that way and see how it takes off. And a lot of people on Instagram was like, oh, I didn't know that Press On Nails could be vegan. So I was like, I marketed it that way, and I started getting a lot of customers. And plus, it was friends, friends telling other people, well, we can't go to the nail salon. Let's do it like this. So it just took off from there, and I've been enjoying it.
Well, good. I know that. So that was my whole thing is like, I'm like, I never wear nails. And
yeah.
I was like, oh, well, then I'm going to buy nails for people. And I started telling people, I'm like, okay, there's a service. And then I'm like, can I get a kit? So I think we just did the first one, which I have to pay you for. But that's what I've been doing. And I have a couple of people that love nails and, that connection. But I think that's neat because it is the glitz and glamour, and everybody pays attention to now the hair and the eyelashes, and you kind of stepped into a market like, hey, what you want on your nails,
right?
You can do this yourself or have somebody put them on for you, but they're specifically for you. And that's one thing we love as women. I think people, our own thing, our customized thing.
And I just kept researching. I started following popular other women on Instagram that been in business 5 years, and I was like, Press On Nails they've been hot like that for 5 years, because we go to bigger brands like Walmart, Target, and we see them hanging up,
Yep.
and we may just walk by them and say, "Oh, that's cute. I like the design of it." But it's been women handling their own business, making press on nails for 5 years. I didn't really think it was that popular until I got on Instagram. It was like, wow. And and most of the women, you know how I am about Black-owned businesses.
Yes.
Most of the women I follow are Black-owned businesses, and there's this one chick has hers in beauty supply stores.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, since you mentioned the Black-owned business. Well, let me see if I want to hold on to that and go to the press on, the Swanky Press On. What do you see next for Swanky Press On that you've mentioned beauty supplies?
Next, that's actually what I want to do, getting in beauty supplies.
Okay.
Yep.
So I saw you were in this huge warehouse. You posted a picture. What was that warehouse? Is that like a...
That warehouse was just nail supplies. Actually, one of my friends on Facebook that I used to work with, she said, "Hey, have you seen this?" And it was on TikTok, and I was like, "No, I've been looking for something like that, so I don't have to order off Amazon. And just in case, I need to run and get something immediately, I can just go and get it." And she was like, "Well, I'm sending you this because it says it's in Forest Park. Let me know if you find it." And I came back and I just had to tell her thank you a million times, because I mean, I get messages all the time of people helping me or saying, "Hey, I think this may help your business." And I love all the feedback people give. And a lot of times it's just pure random, or it's either people that like, "Hey, I don't wear press on nails, but I think this may help you," and I love it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And when that's really interesting that you mentioned that, because we don't understand when we're doing our thing and we're open to people give us a lot of insight, little tidbit things, and they don't want anything for it. They're just telling, "Hey, this may be good for you. Look at this," and keep it moving. There's no it's just genuine goodness they're offering.
Right.
Yeah.
And she don't even understand. I'm going to give her, actually. She didn't understand how much they helped me, because at that point, I was just like, I'm sick of ordering from Amazon, or because a lot of things are out of stock, because a lot of people are starting to do press on nails. So a lot of things that I want are out of stock, or ordering from AliExpress, you may be waiting a month or two for something to come, and I don't have that much time to wait for something to come. Yeah. And I was just like, and I went in that store and I was like, oh my God.
It's like Toys R Us for nails.
Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome. So I'm gonna double back to something you said about the Black-owned business. You made a promise or covenant to yourself to only support Black-owned businesses. How did you start with that?
Started 2 years ago. I can't quite remember why I started it. Yeah. But it was New Year resolution. I was like, you know what? Every weekend I'm going to support a Black business. It don't matter what it is. And most of it became a restaurant. But every weekend in 2019, I supported a Black business. Whether it was just donate, if it wasn't a good that I needed, I just gave, passing on to the next person.
Right.
But it's been fun.
Yeah, and you said you never missed a beat. There wasn't anything you needed or wanted and you couldn't get. Yeah.
Nothing I needed, wanted, couldn't get. Whether it was from friends I already moved, and they started the business, I supported them. I bought it. Whether it was something my kids needed, I got it. Household tissue, Black-owned tissue company, everything. The only thing I haven't found yet are shoes, and that's the only thing I'm lacking. Everything
And when you think about like a Black-owned business, that you're not looking for the Black-owned business that sells shoes, you're looking for the manufacturer of the shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to clear that up before people are listening. I got shoes.
Now, if they do have a small business and they selling shoes, from the Oxfield. Yeah. Because it's still their business.
It's still their business. That's right. Still their business. Yeah. I thought that was really interesting when you told me that, because I never thought about that, and we were driving to Destin. I think you were telling me about your plans, what you were doing. And I just thought that was so just wonderful, because you have so many things that I just kind of look to and think, and I like that. So I've been paying more attention to where the services are, but I haven't because of where I think I'm located in central
Right.
Florida, I don't think that I could do it. It may be more effort than I'm willing to try. Maybe I'll say that. I'm gonna put it on me. I ain't putting it on what's out there. I'm like, I don't know if I have it, but I will be moving back to relocating to the city in a few weeks,
Right.
and then it change ball game changes. So
Yeah. Because definitely here in Atlanta, we the black mecca, so they say. So it's
hey,
booming.
it is, and I'm excited to be coming home, just to see the growth, and not I don't mean the number of people. I just mean the number of innovators, the
Right.
business owners, just to see it and be amongst people, just people who are thinking and moving. I'm looking
Right.
forward to that. Yeah. So you want to get your swanky nails into the nail salon. What other, and that's going to be something that'll happen, you just put it out there and it'll
Yeah.
work its way out. But what other things do you work on that you are kind of thinking about as far as business wise?
Business wise, this is far from the nails, but I want to own a lounge.
Oh, like a small, like a lounge, like live
I
band
want a
music?
small lounge with live music.
Oh my gosh. That is, listen, that's so funny because this is literally a piece of something that I talk about. So I think I could see that about you, kind of the running it, and the probably
Mhm.
very exclusive, few people, live music. I could definitely see that about you.
With a speakeasy. I'm in. I don't know if you know this, but I'm into poetry. I love speakeasy. So
Do you
and it's
really?
not. I do. I love
Do
them.
you write poetry or you just enjoy it?
I used to. I stopped. I did in high school, but I haven't wrote ooh in so long. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I could see that. That's kind of your groovy personality.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, this is kind of personal. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but
Mhm.
so one day you were on Facebook as Mizell, and then the next morning you were on Facebook as Johnson. So what happened?
See what had happened was, well, let's see how I can describe this. It was planned
Okay.
months in advance. It was planned
Okay.
months in advance. But when it came down to us getting ready to get married, we was just like, let's go ahead on and do it.
Yeah.
And we did it in the house.
Yeah. And so,
I decorated.
yeah.
Uh,
I saw your
even
picture you posted. Yeah.
even my mom. I told her like the week before. She was like, "Huh?"
You're
And
very,
she,
you're very, you keep those things so sacred in your,
oh yes,
you protect them. Like you protect
mm-hmm.
your relationship with your husband, your children, your family. Like you're very protective. Like you're like,
Oh yeah.
nobody gets into my good space.
Oh
And
yeah, I don't. You see, I rarely post pics of my kids. That
yeah,
even though they're grown, my son is not. He's on social media, but he's not.
yeah,
It's like second. It's just like whatever. I'm not
yeah,
worried about it. So if he don't care about it, I'm not gonna post him.
right.
And my daughter, she loves social media, but at the same time, I'm overprotective. So I'm just like I'm not gonna post because I know how people
16.
are.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she's 16, right? Yeah.
yeah,
And so, yeah. And so that's still, you're still in that very, very protective space of her because
mm,
the vultures are real.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
as soon as I tag her, I know somebody. I mean, I know somebody grown is gonna go try to follow her. So I'm just like, nah.
right, right. Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting because that to me, that's what love is. Love is this sacred, intimate space. And then
Right.
you want to keep it protected. But now in the time with social media, people like to tear at it or whatever. And you did that. And we talked offline and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
about situations. And, so I knew that there was somebody. I knew there was something. Never like, you never really put it out there.
Right.
And that, I love it. I mean, I thought it was exciting. It's mysterious. It's like, oh my God. So I did. I enjoyed that. And you got a lot of comments like, wait, what happened?
Yep.
Yeah, you did. Um, I have people, I talk about my guy as faceless love on
Mm.
Facebook. And I have people telling me like, we all know who it is. He goes everywhere. So it's not like he's a secret. And I'm
Right.
well, he's not a secret to you because you're in my space.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who aren't who don't have the opportunity to come into my space, he's still my faceless love because
Right.
I don't need for people to make an issue where there isn't an issue.
Right.
Right.
And
It's
that's
like,
the main thing right there.
yeah. And I used to try to explain it until somebody said to me, like, I hope you never tell us who faceless love is because it feels so good to know that there's somebody out there that loves and
Right.
just don't need the hype, And I was like, oh, that's an interesting thought. So women and men are both like, man, that's so sexy. So I mean, I hang out and see people, 20, 30 people, what maybe, but it's like 5,000 people on Facebook, so I don't
Right.
get with everybody. So they don't know, so I just thought that was really neat. And that sounds probably some mess. I would probably be like, okay, let's go get married. Wait, like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. So that's really cool. Very cool. So what, on your days of not creating custom bling nails for your clients, for your swanky nails, what other things do you like? Speakeasies, poetry?
Live music, cigars.
Oh,
I'm into the cigars. But 95% of the time when I have free time, I'm with my mom.
really?
Yep.
I think that's gonna be my oldest daughter. I swear.
I
She's like,
see my mama every day.
what's
even
your,
when even with my 9 to 5, I see my mama every day.
what's your zodiac sign?
Aries.
Oh my God, my daughter too. I assume with my
Oh
oldest
yeah, that's
daughter,
right. I'm perfect.
yes, I swear that she can call me in the middle of the day and I'm like, honey, I've got kids. I've got students. And she's like, oh my God, mom, I just want to talk. And I'm like,
That's me. Because I thought she'll be like, yes, Sandra, I'm at work. And I was like, oh, I didn't want Nick. All right, I'll call you when I can. This is every day. And I'm knowing she's at work and I still call.
I was like, what the heck, girl? And then I don't want to hurt her feelings because she can be so tender, And I'm like, I gotta go, honey. I'm at work. Oh my God, mom, call me back.
And let her not call me as soon as she get off. You better believe I'm on the way.
That is so Joya. That is hilarious. That is so her. Like, this is what my life is gonna be.
And she said, you've been at my house more now than that you married than anything. Is everything all right?
She know you well enough to know if it wasn't all right, you've been and got the
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you mentioned to me in March that you play golf.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep. Here and there, my in-laws, they've always lived on a golf course or near a golf course. So I've been with my husband 23, 24 years. So even when we was in high school,
yeah,
I mean, that was their thing. So that's how I learned. But I'm not a big, I can't say I'm just all dead in golf, but I know a little something.
Well, good. So, in March we do the T with V Golf Classic. Yes, last year was our second year. And when you said you played, I was like, damn it, because I needed a woman to complete a fourth. Like I had 3 women, I needed one to play, and they ended up not even playing because they didn't have a fourth. So next year you definitely,
oh yeah,
your husband definitely have to come. It's a great event. The proceeds go to the scholarship fund. I mean, for the Growing Men Scholarship Fund. And we had, it was just a beautiful event. It's at the Marietta Hilton Country Club on Powder Springs Road. So you guys will have to join us next March. I think it's
most definitely.
Weekend of March 25th through the 27th. It may end up being the 24th. I'm trying to put something together for Thursday night. So, but it would be great if you guys could come and stay at the hotel because we do cigars and drinks on the veranda and lunch. And so it's just like a hangout at this country club place. And it used to be a plantation. So yeah, so I figured that it's probably really enjoyable to our ancestors that we come in and take over.
Right.
They were like, that's what I'm talking about. This is what we doing here, you know. So, but it's right on the golf course, beautiful views, and this will be our 3rd year, so it's growing each year. So it'll be bigger this year than last. And you guys have to join us.
We most definitely will.
Yeah, and I started doing it for V because he loves golf, and it was just I talked about it online. It's just a hangout for him and his buddies to not have the outside influence.
Right.
Talk trash, smoke cigars, whatever, that sacred space just to hold it for them. And it was, and then some wives came this year and they were going to play, and then they ended up not playing because they didn't have a 4th. So it'll be perfect. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'll keep you posted on that.
Please do.
Yes. So what do you want to share? What do you want to share that we didn't cover with the viewers? Or how do you want them to follow you on your socials?
On Facebook, I am at Swanky Press On Nails. On Instagram, I am at Swanky_Press_Nails. So follow me on there. Reach out to me, DM custom nails, anything y'all want, I got it.
Yeah. I'll make sure I put I'll make sure I add links, your Facebook and IG. And have you started your website yet?
I haven't. Soon as how long I've been saying this?
A year. I was pressuring you last year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you had just started. So now that you're saying it's been a year, I'm like, oh, because I was like, when you gonna start it? When you gonna start it? That's my bad.
Because every image I can see it, but I can't apply it how I want it to look. And it's stuck in. I see it in my head, but applying it is a totally different thing.
Okay. So
what I may like, I want it to be appealing to the buyers, not just to me.
Okay, well, hold on a second. This is from the creative space. It has to be appealing to you. If it's appealing to you, the buyer will love it.
Right.
Yeah. So you won't. I mean, it's one you and your creative existence, and it's 7 billion buyers.
Right.
You're not going to be able to satisfy all of them.
So
true. You have to do it. You got to do it for yourself. You've got to do it for you, that you love it, and set it free, and then it'll do what it's going to do.
And while I was on vacation, I should have been doing it then. But
it's vacation.
Yeah,
it's vacation. Have fun. Your vacation was like a honeymoon anyway. Like,
true.
And you're child, who's working in Miami? But if you want to get to sit down or get together and talk through what you see, and let me see if I can put something together for you, I'd be more than happy to do that. Yeah, that's no problem. And I didn't realize that you had just birthed your baby. That's what I call your business. And baby,
and I still gotta get those. I'm gonna still get those pictures to you as soon as I get to my oldest son.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this is, let me see how much time we got. Okay, it's been 30. I always make sure we don't run out of time. So this is Joycelyn Wells with mySHAPE Solutions, and my guest today is Lasundra Sunshine. Oh, you were gonna tell us how you got Sunshine?
Oh, about how I got the middle name. High school. A student that was special needs in school couldn't say Sandra. So he told me, I'll just call you Sunshine.
Oh,
so that's how I got my middle. That's how I got my
love it.
Sunshine.
It's perfect.
And I still see him to this day. Yep.
And that's perfect, Sunshine.
Yep.
I love it. Well, thank you for sharing that. And so this is Joycelyn Wells with mySHAPE Solutions. On our spotlight, we have Lasundra Sunshine Johnson. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. See you, girlie. Thank you. Bye-bye.